Oi, bruv.
What's up?
Welcome to today's episode.
We work on the most rustiest BMW ever.
The rustiest Beamer in existence.
I hate your car.
Me too.
What happens if it's the wrong brakes?
Then we're
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Bro, you're recording me without my hat again. I don't like it.
My bad, get your hat.
Don't.
Alright guys, in today's episode, working on the Beamer E36, and we are changing out the brakes. They don't feel the goodest, so went ahead and got new rotors, new pads, and we're gonna swap those out. We also got LiquiMoly .4, so we're gonna do a flush there, and just kind of a couple other little odds and ends. This is actually for the lift.
Okay, so now I have my hat.
Yeah.
Now we can start work.
Oh, okay.
Something about German cars and using these lug studs. I despise them. Because then the wheels just fall off.
Yeah, there's actually a conversion that you can get.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it made by an American company?
probably.
Alright. Oh, yo, you got some light wheels here. Oh my.
That's right, man. One-piece forged eBay specials.
What is this? You didn't tell me about this. Battery charger guy?
Pretty good lip on those. It's not terrible, but
Bro, that's like a cliff.
yeah.
Not that bad.
Well, it's gonna be nice to get rid of all this rust. I need a 2-car garage so I can be working on 2 cars at the same time, because I hate putting those back on there. I would much rather take them off, sandblast them, powder coat them, and put them back on with no rust.
Dang. Oh, I'm sorry, old girl, but look at the suspension though.
Yeah. You seen those coilover boots that they use? They like wrap around them. It's like a rubberized kind of boot.
Nice. To keep them clean, I guess?
Yeah, man. People put like 20,000, 40,000 miles on them and like snow and and it like keeps them nice and clean.
That's gonna be a...
Alan.
Alan. 5? We got a 5 here. 5.
6er?
6. Like a glove.
Oh man, it's so nice to be able to walk on this side.
Yeah, right?
I don't know how good that's gonna get in there, but you know.
PB blaster, bro. It just needs 2 seconds.
The peanut butter, man, it gets in there like real quick like.
I wish it smelled like peanut butter. That stuff stinks.
It smells like gun cleaner kind of.
Whoa. I trust you.
Doesn't it kind of smell? Yeah, a little bit like hoppies.
It feels good. Right?
Hoppies, hops. How do y'all say that? Hops number 9?
Yeah, hops number 9.
Hops,
yeah,
hoppies. Bro, the paint, man, what are you doing?
Not bad.
Look at that premium flaking clear coat paint.
I mean, it's a solid 50-footer.
That's true.
Oh, that's taking it right off, dog. You just needed that 20 volt. You needed that torque, that diesel electric. We are
Taking the bolts out of the caliper
all right. Okay, I'm bad. Feel me?
so that we can take the caliper off.
Your superhuman special strength worked.
I have to get a
I did,
wrench
right?
for that one.
Look at this awesome drawer. Sheesh.
I don't know if you guys heard, it was over 1,000. It's a real deep burn. The upper uvulus connected
Dorsimus.
to the lower dorsimus.
Very exciting stuff going on here. What happens if it's the wrong brakes?
Then we're
What, there's no studs for the... Maybe we shouldn't have took those off right away.
right.
They're good.
Bro, taking all that off at one time would be like, oh.
Smells like beef and cheese. It's for all the ladies that watch this channel. I bet you there'll be more women that follow this channel than the bike channel.
Probably.
Seeing big sexy men, one with a beard, one that's partially kidding. I'm not You got this? Is that too heavy for you? Yo, match it up next to the F-150 brakes over there. Looks like a baby's toy.
Needs to be at least 3 times bigger.
All right.
Is this a
Damn.
rotor for ants?
Yeah. Got a brush. Clean that up.
Definitely gonna clean that up.
The BC Racing coilovers sure do look good though. Alright, so we're gonna blow these calipers apart, take the pads out, clean it all up, put the new ones in. Just start the car and like let it spin.
It's rear wheel drive.
Oh,
Hey, we got better lighting. Got the brake pads out, but we put one back in there because we're compressing the piston just to make sure that the piston isn't seized up. Doesn't look like it, but there's a good amount of rust on these things.
sweet. And I think we can still get the pads in there. Do you want to just do this side first and then we'll go to the other side?
Yep.
Yeah.
drilled and slotted.
And what's good about the power stop stuff is they're zinc coated, so they don't rust.
Yep.
Of course, the part that comes into contact with the pads is gonna rub the zinc off,
Right.
but the rest of it shouldn't rust.
It is conveniently labeled, so rear driver's side. All new drilled slotted rotors. So the entire kit is power stop. Got it off of Amazon. It's brakes that I've been running on my Raptor for a while, and they're great. Eric actually recommended him use them on the truck a while back, right? Doing awesome for a couple years. So went ahead and went with power stop again. These are the Extreme Street Performance brake pads, Z26 carbon fiber ceramic low dust formula. Sheesh.
Nice.
It's got a Z on it, so you know it's good. All right, so we got some ceramic silicone brake component lubricant,
Oh, those new metal thingies. All right, cool.
carbon fiber ceramic pads.
What? Oh, those are fresh, dude. Way gooder looking. What?
Just gotta make sure they're good, you know?
We gotta watch this guy.
Let's check the front.
The bed-in procedure.
Yep, so 5 moderate to aggressive stops from 40 down to 10 in rapid succession.
They want you to
Words.
heat them things up.
In rapid succession without letting the brakes cool and do not come to a complete stop.
Remember we did that with the Raptor and like
A cop pulled up behind
yeah,
us.
it's like, oh crap.
Yeah, we like finished up the Raptor brakes at night and the cop pulls up behind us like as we're betting him.
I swear we're not doing meth.
Shit sucked.
Beefy.
Damn, those are meaty. Put those in between some slices of bread and just...
Wow.
So the carbon ceramic pads are supposed to be like way lower on brake dust.
Does that pertain to your car?
I don't know, it says made in Germany, so probably. Yeah, it's right here.
Oh,
Right here on the back.
okay, cool.
So yeah, I'd imagine it's like just a new sensor that you plug. That's cool that they include it.
Right.
All right, so starting with these.
Right.
I hate putting them in like rusty calipers. Bro, had I known, I would have just bought those two. We would have gone Brembo, full send. Bro, apparently you can buy them off of like Porsches and get like adapter kits.
And they'll fit?
Yeah, for like under $1,000.
For real?
Yeah, full big brake kit from a Porsche, under $1,000. I'm just trying to get this thing up and running to where it'll like get me to work and back. I ain't trying to like go ham on this car yet. 6 hours later.
Hey, we got it in. What I did was I had this part of the spring over here and I clipped this side in and I swung it down over here. As I was pushing this side in, I lifted up on this spring to get it up and over and it just popped in.
All right, so you want to index
Yeah.
the little retaining screw.
Oh, that makes life easier for sure. You got these little boots that slide in there. We're gonna replace these rubber ones with these silicone ones. Alright, so we're gonna lubricate it with some brake cleaner and then try to pop them through. Close your eyes.
All right, so we've taken this side back apart because we figured out the piston is seized, essentially. It's not sitting back any further, and then with the new pads and stuff, basically like grips the rotor too hard. So, called O'Reilly. They have the caliper in stock, so gonna go up there. That way we're gonna have a nicely imbalanced, brand new caliper on this one, and the rest of them are gonna look like shit. So, it's exactly what I want. So they do have a core charge, so we're gonna go ahead and take everything out of these. Probably not recommended, but we're changing the brake fluid, so we're just bleeding it out. So yeah, there's that. Whoa, the caliper looks so new.
Take 469.
Yeah, we've changed the sprout right one 6 times. The piston was locked up. Man, I can't believe we didn't get any footage of that. So there was like water behind it. Used compressed air in the little opening, which Eric said you can use to get the piston out. So compressed air on the back, went push the piston out on the old one, and lots of gross water behind it.
The piston was all corroded on the sides, so it was done.
Yeah, it kept it from seating correctly. So we got a replacement front right caliper, no locked up piston. Hopefully it shouldn't start a fire.
Look at this.
And then Eric,
I didn't do shit. My new nickname. Go ahead, tell them.
Cross Thread Eric. So you want to tell them how that story started though, with you almost cross-threading something incredibly expensive?
I'm gonna have zero cred if I tell that story. It doesn't matter. Okay, in Florida, you have to take cool days when they come. So it just stormed, and like I went outside, it was like 75 degrees. So I'm like, I'm gonna work on the caddy, and I'm gonna go do my spark plugs right now. Hold on, this is the critical moment. Because I cross-threaded this like first screw, but I fixed it. So I'm like, I'm gonna do the spark plugs. First spark plug I do, mind you, I've done spark plugs on hundreds of cars. First thing you always do is when you put a new spark plug in, you thread it in by hand, because usually it goes all the way in, and then you do a little and it's done. What does my smart self do? I put it in, I sneak it in there with the ratchet, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's going, and then it stops. I'm like, that's not good. Never force it, right? Back it out, try it again, and then it stops. I did that for about 20 minutes, and then like I pulled the boot off the spark plug next to it, and I look at the angle of how it goes in the head, and for sure the spark plug was cocked a little bit. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I just cross-threaded the spark plug into my head. I'm like, okay, this is gonna go from a $7 spark plug to about $5,000, cam, heads, intake, long tube headers.
Because if you're replacing the heads, you might as well.
Right, while you're in there.
Yeah.
But luckily, my buddy Anthony came. He works at this mechanic shop, and he saved my ass. Brought his
Tap and
die thread chaser, and like he fixed it. We cleaned it out, and sure enough, spark plug went in. It was only like the first thread, which was the problem. Cleaned it up, went in. Anyway, I started at 6. I finished about 1 a.m.
So Eric has PTSD now.
I do.
He just started to cross thread this lower bolt here on this caliper that we just got, and so he was kicking himself.
I was literally gonna drop the car on my body to keep myself away.
Wes and I are like, it's fine, chill, we'll fix it.
I gave him a drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Eric, you need just
Made it better.
take a sip of this.
I needed the courage juice. Okay, now I'm doing the other bolt. Okay, it's fine. And I wasn't down here cranking on it, because if I was down here, I would have sent it, and then I would have had to go find a caliper bracket and buy 10.
If you get in there and like you do cross thread it, you can just full send it once, right?
Yeah. It'll hold once.
Man,
One time.
no, that's not how you do things.
Well, it's also on the guides, right? So it wouldn't be straight. It would probably lock up.
So, do you want the one it came with?
Nah, that one's
weak.
Look at the difference between those, man.
This is a girthy boy over here.
Right? Like that thing is
This is like
solid.
Yeah.
The one that came with the power stop.
Yeah, for real. Okay.
Top of the guy.
Shiny
get
and
another
new.
one.
And then over here, a rust.
Old and busted, newish and refurbished.
Dude, it's way bad. At least you can actually spin it now, and
We
it's
couldn't
not.
spin it before.
Yeah, the boot not
The boot
seating
was not
caused the
hitting it.
piston to
we
get
know.
pitted,
Well, the piston was.
so the piston wouldn't
the piston
set.
was behind the boot though. The boot was like.
The caliper was
right?
bad, Wes.
Yeah. I
Do it
think
to
it's
me. Go.
Didn't even flinch.
not strong enough.
Ow, my finger. While we're doing the back brakes, we're also adding a little thing that we skipped over whenever we did the suspension, which is
I wholeheartedly regret it.
this. Didn't have them. They come stock on the car, but the kid that I bought the car from installed the cheapy eBay Raceland ones. Didn't have these, and so I had to basically reorder them, but we didn't want to let it hang us up. So we're installing them now. Yay. All right, just like that, we got it on there. We shut a little brake bar in there, pulled down, and popped that down.
Bing, bang, boom.
It's too easy.
Right?
Oh, that's why.
The little baby spring.
Okay, that works. What was this? This was in this.
Is that where the sensor was connected to?
I don't know, because the sensor just clips here. Look, it just slides in. And then when this wears down, it touches the sensor here and it breaks the connection and it throws a light.
This is like a boot, like it was a piece of rubber or something. Man, these are still pretty meaty. Haha! Chinesium tool.
Hey. What the f is that?
It's like foamy.
Well, there you go. Where's your...
There's a pretty good lip on that.
Oh, there's brake dust. Okay.
And it didn't work.
Oh, rear pass side.
You don't spray that down first? All that brake dust came out of there?
You sure you want to do that without having the thing?
Slide your thing.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, damn, that fits nice. Like, that's satisfying.
You gonna let me do this? This one? Oh, yeah.
Satisfying part, bro. Can't like take that away from you. All the hard work you've done.
We're all kind of high on brake fluid or brake cleaner.
And that's not like a code for anything.
No, it's seriously that. Like, I was like, I'm over here, like, I got a headache. Okay, does this go around? Yeah, it goes like that. Right there. We're done.
Perfect.
Send it.
Game.
All right, reattaching suspension.
So much fun.
Hooray.
Yeah, big dirty thumbs up. Dude, I'm glad, honestly, I'm glad we got this in.
It's bothering you too?
I was dreading it, dude. I'm like, no.
Beforehand, it was just all shooky. It's all shooken.
Shaky.
Beforehand, it was shooken.
Now it's in. I got my head in there, doggy. Sorry. I guess I'll put it over here. All right, let's do one more.
All right, and this one you do like this. And that's how the rear brake is done. So we moved on to the front, about to bleed the brakes. Noticed that there was just a dangly wire. So it was this one here, which has no sensor on the end of it. And it was literally just hanging there. So whenever you order this brake kit, they actually send you replacement sensors. So figured while we're in here, might as well go ahead and replace it. Eric, being the good car mechanic that he is.
Yeah, well, you have to make up for stripping or cross-threading stuff, so, you know, that's what I do.
Man, as long as you sleep better at night.
It's a legitimate profession. You're fine.
Right? As long as you're putting yourself through college.
It's been through like 14 years of college at this point.
Oh, yeah. There you go. So what happens is it's connected, right? When you break the connection, it throws the light on the dash. So what happens is this pad wears down, touches that the rotor touches that sensor, wears it away, and then boom, tells you need pads immediately.
That's cool.
How is there so much dog hair? Like, give me. Hold on. There's dog hair, a screw, and like 3 pennies.
Yeah, the necessities.
Life savings.
All right, we're to the bleeding stage.
That makes
Those are channel locks.
those are channel locks. Block's gonna buy left rear.
There are some across the
caliper.
street. I could run across the street again.
Dude.
Yeah, let me just run across the street. Give me these. Here, update everybody on what's happening.
Yeah. Hey everybody. We got the brakes done. Now we're just trying to bleed them. I did an initial bleed on the front right, the one that we replaced the caliper, and it bled out really good. It was an 8 mil. The right rear was a 7 mil, and we had it on a socket. So I took Block's 1/4 inch snap-on ratchet with a 7 mil because he only had a 7 mil in a socket. And so every time like Wes right here would push the clutch in and I'd open the valve, it would blow all the brake fluid through the ratchet. Like literally like bleed out of the ratchet. I feel really bad for his little snap-on 1/4 inch. Bled that side. Now we're trying to, you know, farthest from the master obviously. So now we're supposed to do this one, and this one is toast. Last ditch effort. We're gonna use some, I guess, vice grips. I'm totally against all this. I'm like, just replace the caliper if we can't get that thing off.
Reassembling everything right now, getting the wheels back on, and we just did the tire rotation essentially.
All the extra juice in the air. It's like, oh.
All right, she's down. She's off the lift. Brakes looking nice. Now we got a bed then.
I hate your car.
Me too.
Later.
All right, so they're looking good. They stopped great. Bedded them. Wes, what'd you think?
Braking was awesome. The traction was like blowing my mind.
Zenas, bro.
I thought it was gonna just slip a little bit on some of those turns, but it was just like, nope, just like, no. Yeah.
Falcon Azinis and BC Racing coilovers, yeah.
And I want to go back into it and just like try.
Yeah.
Like, show me how to break that traction.
Dump the clutch.
Because
In a turn, you flip the clutch and,
Yeah.
and gas it. You'll chirp it.
Clutch kick.
I still don't know if it would break.
We were taking like 90-degree right-hand turns at like 40 miles an hour.
Okay.
No braking traction.
We gotta explain something here though. We look like we know what the hell we were doing, but I'm not used to working on German cars,
Yeah.
and none of us are. So once we figured it out, I mean, we must have had between all of us the fronts off. I'm gonna say an odd amount, like 11 times,
I'd say 6 to 7-ish.
6 or 7 times.
But I mean,
after we figured it out, I was like, okay, bam. I could have each side off in like 5 minutes and back together in
Yeah.
like 5 minutes.
once you get that first one knocked out, it's definitely like much smoother afterwards. But what we did learn in this whole thing is how bad off the brakes were, especially that front right one with the
Yeah.
piston sticking. We're super lucky that O'Reilly had replacement in stock. So I ended up getting that, and then we ended up buying that spring compressor. They have the right tools for the job if you guys are going to be doing this. I'll be sure to drop links to everything in the description down below. Definitely need to buy new bleeder valves.
Besides the back two were the same, but they were like 7 mils, and then the front.
But this
right,
one's stripped.
That one's totally stripped. Like I barely. Be careful how you drive and be mindful. Like look for wetness down there, please. Because like I use vice grips to tighten that. There's no. It's rounded off completely.
9, 8, 7, strip 7.
Yeah. So try to get all 8s.
Yeah. Well, make an old box a little more reliable.
Slightly less.
That's right. I'm still calling it box insanity because it doesn't make sense. If you guys have any questions on any of this, drop the questions down in the comments below. I'll be sure to link to everything that we used. Basically, like upgrading this brake kit for under $400, like all in, even with the extra that we bought. Really, really good. It's lasted on my Raptor for 2+ years so far, and they're doing great. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, all those good things. Till next time. Peace.
I can hear the outro.
What outro? We haven't even decided on one yet.